Annamie Paul, while in the midst of her own turmoil and conflict within the Green Party as leader, is also a black woman looking for her place and a seat in Ottawa. As she sees it, that's one of her biggest hurdles, and one that's shared by many others who want to see progress in combating racism in this country.
For me, this is, I think, going to be one of the defining things for Canada. Are we going to be able to integrate these diverse voices into our political system, or are we going to leave them constantly on the outside looking in?
Representation in public office is the mission of Operation Black Vote Canada, to try and make sure there's more diversity and inclusion in the decisions being made by government.
All parties can do a better job at tackling anti-Black racism. It's great to say that you're an ally and you support us, but we need you to be co-conspirators in dismantling the racist system.
Elected officials were quick with speaking points, photo ops, and promises to do more in the wake of George Floyd's death in the U.S. last year. As protests and the movement to combat systemic anti-Black racism continued, the Parliamentary Black Caucus in Ottawa presented more than 40 calls to action. Some have been followed up on, including funding for a Black entrepreneurship program.
How to build back better and build an economy that really encourages and creates those job opportunities for young people, for racialized Canadians has been the focus, will continue to be the focus.
They just don't say Black. And I think for Black Canadians, that's just an issue for us because we often feel ignored. And if you're not naming us, then we think that you're not actually seeing us and that your policies probably don't reflect the actual needs and concerns that are in our communities.
A live discussion with 4 Black female candidates took place online earlier this week, raising the issue of the need for representation and to advocate for ways to combat racism.
It goes to say something when our names show up on the ballot as Black women.
A feeling echoed by others, including Paul, who says there's still obviously much more to do.
You have to put in the work. You know, the words are one thing, but you have to do the work. And so parties have to do it, and people have to vote for it.
By their latest count, Operation Black Vote Canada says there are 53 Black candidates running in this election so far, with some nominations still to be finalized. That's up from the 43 candidates that ran in the 2019 election. Mark McAllister, City News.